Hello and welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. Today we are going to be flying from O'Hare Airport to airport that was just had a pretty major update with the last scenery update that came out. It's the Buffalo, New York. Somewhere around here is Buffalo, New York. But anyway, it's over here. But yeah, they supposedly made a lot of changes to the city, you know, with photogrammetry. And anyways, this is a real life flight. It's American Airlines Flight 403. I downloaded a really cool livery pack recently for the new Inibuilds Neo, and it's got probably a dozen major airlines in this livery, but each airline has specialized liveries that you don't typically see. Like this one's Medal of Honor for American Airlines. It's really cool. This gate H12, that is where this airplane departed from, according to flight stats and according to FlightAware. According to flight stats, this is the tail number, flight number. Now, in real life, it was not a, not this airplane, but we're still going to fly it either way. We're just gonna pretend that this is the type of airplane that was flown. I believe it was a 737 that was flown in real life, or an A321, something like that. But either way, yeah, let's get into this. And certainly, I need to do it because I need to do it. But before you leave this video and check out something else, do a solid, click something on the screen, whether it's a subscription, the like button, was actually a thumbs up, notification bell, leave a comment. We have super chats, super thanks, members. We are trying to grow this aviation nation to take over the world. We want to take over the world. All we want to do as simulators is as simmers, is just sit in our drawers, eat pizza, and fly airplanes online. That's it. If we can do that for the rest of our lives and maybe get the government to pay for it, that would be awesome. So no more New World Order. We got the Aviation Nation Order. That's right. The ANO. So let's go ahead and get into this airplane and let's see what we can do. And like the videos I've been recording recently, I'll stay on camera and talk a bit in the beginning and then, speed things up. So I'm speeding things up on my videos to shorten the videos. But once the new simulator comes out in November, there's a very good chance that it's not going to be sped up anymore that way. We'll just use the fast forward button. Once we get to our cruising altitude, we can then click the fast forward button and then hopefully, move ourselves a few hundred miles down the road and be a lot closer to landing. So yeah, this is Monday, June. No, that's a lie. It's Monday, but it's July something or something. I don't know what day in July it is. Oh, you know what? I gotta fix this flight. Damn. I wanna cruise at like 12,000 feet, not 37,000. Let me fix this so we can get the right amount of fuel. I do 12,000 feet because that way we can get over 250 knots. I really should just do 5,000 feet. That would be cool. And then we can just speed up the simulator as we're going along. I don't know. Let me think about this while we look at this. So, yeah, here's this. This is dope looking. Look at this thing. Let me do it this way. Wow, look at that livery. That is cool. Courage, sacrifice, integrity, commitment, patriotism, citizenship. Yeah, yeah, boy. America the beautiful. America. Yeah, it doesn't. I didn't think it would change the tail number. It did put the 899 in. That's interesting. But all right, very good. Let's go ahead and let me fix this. So I kind of want to just fly like low over the ground. Can we do 5,000 feet? Let's try 5,000 feet. Let's try 5,000 feet and let's see what we can do. Altitude, here we go. let's see here, 5,000 feet. Generating. All right, very good. We can do 5,000 feet. All right. I wanted to change it because we're going to probably use a lot more fuel at 5,000 feet than we would going up to 37,000 feet. That's just my guess because we're probably going to burn more fuel. But even though we're really going to be sticking around 250 knots, we're going to increase the speed of this sim anyways. And, you know. All right, let me plug in our arrival, which is going to be RNAV-Z Susky. That looks like the landing that this plane did the other day when it flew. All right, very good. All right, now that that's done, let's go ahead and let's bring in our flight plan. Well, first, let's go ahead and... All right, GPU is connected. Let's toggle the jetway. Let's get that thing to give up. Oh, the sound's not on for the airplane. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to get fired as a pilot. Fired as a simulator pilot. There we go. We gave our fuselage a nice little kiss. Look at it wrapping its lips around our fuselage. Nothing like having lips wrapped around your fuselage. You know what I mean? All right, let's toggle the catering truck as well. All right, now let's go ahead and let's bring our flight in. All right, there we go. Here's our flight plan showing 5,000 feet. We are not using that. I'm scared to put in cost indexes above like 50. Usually when I do, the LNAV and VNAV doesn't work properly. So, all right. So since we have external power available, let's go ahead and put on battery 1, battery 2, and external power. That's looking okay. Let's get our oxygen on. Our oxygen. Put our nav lights on. But anything with white lettering needs to be turned off at some point in this airplane. Alright, let's put our signs on. Let's arm the emergency lights. Alright, that's all good. Panel lights. Alright, let's lock the cockpit door. Let's go ahead and... I know we haven't started aligning the IRS yet. That's on purpose. Need to update anything. Next page. Okay, alright, all that's okay. Alright, let's go to initialization. Request our flight plan. All right, now let's go ahead and align the system. 1, 2, and 3. That should be correct. Let's look at our flight plan. Yep, north 4158, west. Very good. It's clear. It's a line on reference. Everything looks good there, so we can click return. Alright, we're just going to put in 32 as the cost index. And our flight number is AAL 0403. Actually, we can just type in AAL 403, actually. Alright, there we go. That's all done. Let's wait for this to finish up. Meantime, let's get our METAR. So that is 2994. All right, payload. Let's get it from SimBrief. Apply load. I guess we can do, we'll do instant. All right, payload's been applied. Let's enter our inches of mercury, 2994. All right, we're still waiting for this. This should finish up any minute. Meantime, we can take care of our weights. So let's go to the next page. All right, click on fuel planning. Click on this again. Click on that. All right, all that is done. Now, according to our flight plan, we should be taking off on runway, let's see here, 22 left. Well, let's see if we actually get that. Let's contact the ATC. Now, in order to do that, our forward operating base does not like our altitude, by the way. That's why it's in yellow, but I don't really care if they like it or not. We're going to do it. Are you gonna finish lining up? Thank you. Dude, why is the flight plan so good? It's because we're taking off and then going around. Alright, let's talk to the ATC. Let's get our takeoff runway. So in this airplane, this is the only airplane that I've ever seen in the simulator where you actually have to click the call button in order to talk to the ATC. Watch, I'll turn it off. Watch. Okay, I'll turn it off. Let's go to the ATC. Tune to the ground. See, nothing happens. Well, you can't see it. I'm clicking on it. Nothing's happening. Now we can click on call. See, this changes. Alright, so if we're taking off on runway 22 left, that, let me get the exact direction of that. I think that's going towards the southwest, I think. Or at least to the west. Right, 22... Right, we're... Okay. So usually we need to choose the opposite of the direction we're trying to go. So right now, our takeoff is taking us to the west. We want to say east.
Ground AAL 40 tree with India request taxi for takeoff east departure.
$28 right. $27 left, right. Alright, we can do 27 left. Oh no, we can do 28 right. Let's do... Never mind, let's do 28 right. That's right near us.
Taxi to and hold short runway 28 right via taxiway Alpha 15 Alpha Alpha 18 Victor Yankee AL 40 tree.
Alright, let me plug in 28 right in Navigraph. It doesn't really matter which runway we're doing anyways, for the most part, just because we don't have any kind of standard instrument departure with this. Alright, so let's tune to the tower. Alright, now let's go to our flight plan. Let's click on the button next to Chicago. Departure. Let's use the up arrow. Let's do 28 right. None. We can insert this now. Alright, now let's click on Buffalo. So when we do this, you always want to click for the destination. You always want to click on the white one. Sometimes Buffalo will show up down at the bottom here. See how it's in green? We don't want to choose that one. We want to choose the one in white. We're going to choose arrival. And the plan is to do RNAV Z23. Sounds like a football play, doesn't it? All right, RNAV Z23. All three, ready, yeah, hi, hi. All right, RNAV Z23. How come there was no transition? Should be a transition. We should have Susky. RNAV Z23. Alright, well, whatever. We can always input the, if we need to. That's interesting. Alright, let's look at it on our map here. So let's come up here, let's put this on plan. Put this out about 20. And we're just gonna click on the up arrow to cycle through. We gotta continue to click it, you know, to get through each waypoint. Yeah, I'm wondering why it didn't give us, this is not the landing that I want to do. We should be coming up and around. I might have to plug in some waypoints. Let me do that, actually. Alright, so let's fix this. Watch, we'll fix it, and then we're not going to be able to do this landing. Alright, but we want to click on DKK. We're going to enter our next waypoint, so that is SUSKE, and I'll put the chart up as we get closer to landing. Actually, you know what? I'll put the chart up before we leave, that way. You know what? Let me put the chart up now. That way you can see it now, this landing chart, so you can see what I want to do. Because I looked at it on FlightAware, and it looked like this is what they did for the landing, and I'm trying to recreate it as best I can. So I'm going to show you the chart now. Alright, so as you can see, we're supposed to pick up Susky, then the rest of the waypoints, and make ourselves around. So let's enter Susky. Let's insert that. And then from Susky, we want to do BUFST. It's just weird that the approach didn't give us that as an option. Alright, insert that. We're going to have to plug in altitudes as well for these. Alright, after BUFST, we have FOTBL. Guess that's supposed to be for football. FOTBL. Next waypoint. And then after FOTBL, we have just two more waypoints. We have ZADUM, ZADUM. And then Jabit. JABET. Alright, JABET. Alright, and then Bills is right after Jabit, so very good. Alright, let's get rid of the discontinuity. And what we'll do is, while we're up in the air, there we go. Now we can look at this. Yep. See, that's pretty much it right there. Average, Jabit, Bills, and then come around. So what we'll do is, when we're in the air, I'll plug in the correct altitudes according to this. This is pretty close. But football is a mandatory 5,000. According to the chart, if we stick with the chart. And then we need to be at 1,800 by the time we get the Bills, which is what's there. So I'll show you when we get up there, but really you just need to click on the buttons to the right, and here you can put a speed constraint in and an altitude constraint. So, all right, let's get our takeoff information. Let's remove the jetway. I know we didn't do luggage, but, you know, we can just pretend that we did. All right, there's the jetway. Catering truck is gone. Let's turn on the APU. And then we'll do our runway and all that for takeoff. Figure out what our V speeds are. All right, so let's put on a little bit of fuel. Let's click this APU master button. Let's click start. Put beacon lights on. And turn on the APU bleed. You see the APU is flaps now open on the side of the airplane. I believe it's over here on the Airbus. But this is the exhaust port for the APU back here. But yep, the APU is working. Let's get our info for takeoff. Still need to set our controls, you know, the levers for our throttle. We'll do that after we get our takeoff info. So let's go to takeoff. We got runway 28 right. Okay, let's sync system here. We got the weight, fuel, all that. Let's click calculate. Very good. Let's send this to the flight management system. And now we can click on performance. Let's confirm the data. And then we need to put our flaps in and what our trim is. So our trim, as you can see, is 0.5 up, and our flaps are 1, as they usually are. Yeah, 1. So let's come over here again. Let's do 1/0.5 up. There we go. That's all done. So that's good. Now, you know, typically, you know, we're going to be climbing up to 37,000 feet. So, you know, the transition altitude matters. Not so much in this case, since we're not really climbing up that, you know, we're not climbing that ladder today. All right, performance. Next phase. All right, there's no weather we need to worry about. All right, so we are pretty much good to go. Let's go ahead and get ready to back up. There's one thing we needed to do. I forget what it is now. We got the APU on. Man, what was it? I'm trying to remember now. We got the APU on. We're ready to back up. There's one thing I wanted to do after we plugged in. All right, well, let's at least remove the chocks. There's one thing I wanted to do. I forget what it is now. All right, chocks, GPU. Yeah, that's it. We need to make sure the throttle's calibrated. All right, open throttle settings. I don't think it would keep it from last time. Oh, you know, it might have. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. All right. Reverse axis, no. All right. Begin calibration. Set idle thrust. Climb thrust. MCT. And toga. All right. Now we should be okay. We got climb. Yeah, again, yeah, okay, reset calibration. Alright, begin calibration. Alright, that's idle. climb, MCT, toga. There we go. All right, idle, climb, managed, toga. All right, very good. That's what we wanted to do. I knew there was something. I was like, what the hell is it? All right, let's toggle pushback. Let's turn our parking brakes off. All right, they're off. All right, let's put on all the fuel pumps. All right, let's turn to, I think it's the left. Yep. All right, let's get the first engine on. Let's put this over here to the right. Let's just click on engine. Let's put this back on. Put that on nav. We'll put GigaChad over here on plan. Click on constraints. All right, that looks good. We can stop the pushback. Put our parking brake back on. All right, let's put on the other engine. Let's set our V2 speed for 155. All right, and let's do a couple of things here. So let's go ahead and turn on our transponder. Put this on auto. Put this on above. Let's turn on our weather system too. That's what this is here. WS weather. So let's go ahead and turn that on. So we're gonna do, captain's gonna be in the path. Co-pilot can be all weather. Let's do that. All right, all that is good. The hydraulic PTU, that should go away once we once everything finishes getting started up. Yep, see that turned off already. We can actually get ready to taxi out. Let's put on our wing lights, logo lights, taxi lights, beacon. We can put the strobes on automatic. Alright, we can turn the APU off now. Let that thing cool down. Probe window heat, we can put that on. Well, actually, it's probably hot enough out in Chicago today. We don't need it on right now. All right, let's ding the cabin. Put our flaps down. Put this on normal. And let's go taxi out. Yeah, there have been so many good liveries that have come out for this airplane between Bravo Airspace and I want to say this one that I got is from Two Pilot, I think. But it's got Brussels Air Brussels or whatever it's called. It's got Cayman Airlines, which we're gonna do a flight with Cayman Airlines here soon. We got American, United, Delta, Lufthansa, KLM, Azul, LATAM, or the PAM. What else did we have in that pack? I'm trying to remember all the Avianca, Alaska Air, which the ones for Alaska are really cool. It's like one's got orca whales all over it, and the other one's got salmon all over it. It's pretty cool. There's even one for Southwest, which I've never seen Southwest fly an Airbus. But it's okay to pretend. Alright, we got a little bit of a checklist to complete with our takeoff, as we can see on the engine screen there. We got to set the auto brakes, got to arm the spoilers, let the cabin know, and then test our takeoff. We'll do that when we get up. But, you know, I'm always on the fence about climbing to like a regular cruising altitude or flying low to the ground, and it's like, you know, there's so much effort and technology that has gone into making the ground look the way it does in this game. It's a shame to miss it by, you know, flying at 37,000 feet. You know, the buildings look really cool when, you know, you're kind of up close and personal to them. I mean, like, things look really good from high up in the air too, but I don't know. I would rather fly, if I had up to me, I'd fly at like 1,000 feet every flight. 1,000 feet above the ground. Whatever the altitude is in the area of the world. You know, like if we're out in Colorado, you know, we may be at 8,000 feet to be at 1,000 feet above ground. Or if we're, you know, by the Alps in Europe or Pyrenees Mountains, or, you know, there's a good chance you're going to be at, you know, many thousand feet above Earth just to get to, you know, 1,000 feet above the ground.
Tower AAL for 0 tree ready at runway 28 right east departure.
Okay, max. Pull that up. Alright, let's let the cabin know.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28 right AAL 40 tree.
Let's put the runway lights on, the landing lights. Takeoff light. Put the strobes on. The rest of that is good. Now let's click this button here up top. Takeoff. Normal. Alright, let's roll. Alright, and let's put this up to 5,000 feet. Alright, let's go. Let's release the parking brake. I don't know why they always, like, put it the opposite direction of how we're taking off. I mean, if there was a spot to turn around, that's a different story, but there isn't a spot to turn around. We'll just make our own spot. How about that? Alright, there we go there. Alright, we got 155. Alright, let's roll. always says takeoff inhibited. I don't know why it always says that. Oh no! Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I don't think I've ever set this up for sensitivity. Oh no! No wonder it feels weird. Hang on, give me 1 second. I was like, why does it feel different than it usually does? All right, I did take a picture of this the other day. So I'm running with the same sensitivity on all the flight sticks right now. I'm sorry. I only have one flight stick. For each profile, I'm running with one setup, and then I tweak it as I go along. So, all right, let's make this. This is -30. And this is 20. And this is 20 as well. And 0, 0, 0, and then we have 95 here. Okay, very good. Save. Now that should have saved it. Let me double check. 30, 2020, 95. All right, very good. All right, now we can continue with the flight. We might as well turn on photogrammetry while we're down here. I usually don't turn this on until we get up in the air, but it's close enough now. It's just, I've always had, not always, but I've experienced it more times than not when you turn this on before you load the airport, that you can get all kinds of potholes, bumpiness on the ground. It's just, for me, I found it to be way safer to load the airport without that on, and then turn that on once, you know, either you're in the air or like we're doing now. All right, let's roll, bitch. Oh yeah, that's better. Had my finger on the brake for a second. That's why we weren't moving so quick. All right, V1's coming up. All right, V1, let's rotate. Positive brake, gear up.
Tower AAL 403, continue for east departure. Tower AAL 403, frequency change. Chicago approach AAL 403 is type Airbus A320neo, 2 miles west of O'Hare, 2,100 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Squawk 6125 AAL 403. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
All right, let's put our
AAL
flaps up.
403.
And we are good, my friends. I'm going to sign off here, and I will catch you when we get ready for our approach, or wheels down, or I don't know. I'll see you soon. That's what I'm trying to say. Enjoy the flight, my friends.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard. 10. Retard. Retard. 5. Retard.
All right, not bad, not bad. We getting there. Flight stick, need to get the sensitivity settings correct, but once I get them, we should get them soft buttery touchdowns again. I can do it with the Xbox controller, but with the flight stick, the old flight stick of truth, a little difficult sometimes. Sometimes that wasn't a bad landing, wasn't bad. It wasn't great, and I want to get great at landing. Anyways, before you leave, click something on the screen. Subscribe, become a member, super chat, super thanks, comment, thumbs up, notification bell, click on something. Help your brother out. Help the HBO, help a brother out. Anyway, that's about it. We need to build this thing up. We're doing good, we building, but we need to build. We need to get this aviation nation up and running. That way we can all just sit in home, just all day, just play Flight Simulator all day. That's right. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. I will see you over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth on the next episode of the Airplane Show. That's about it for today, my friends. See ya!